What is going on? Darth Sticks here, and this week I wanted to take a look at where we are with the account. This is going to be week 35 and a half, I guess. We're doing it on a different day than I normally do. But we will go in and check out the collection, see kind of where we're at with some of our tunes, and see everything. We are still trying to do the JKR unlock. Right now, we've got T3 we just finished today. Basilichon is still done. Jolie Bindo needs, 90 more shards or so, 88, I guess, technically. And Zalbar and Mission are still on farm. We can actually unlock one more star on Mission. So we'll do that. We've got some mods just slapped on them. They all need upgraded pretty much, and abilities and stuff on some of them. But yeah, that's where they're at right now. We've moved away from the Ewoks for right now because I realized it was going to take quite a while to get Wicket all the way up, and I wanted to just feeling how I am in the fleet shard right now. I realized I needed to work on fleets quite a bit, and how I want to go about doing that is get Executor unlocked. So we are going to start working on those requirements. So you can see we've added Queel. I dropped the BTL Y-Wing for right now. It is 6 stars already and about halfway to 7. And so I decided I would drop that one for now to get Queel started. And on Queel's node is the TIE Bomber. And we're part way there. So we started working on that. We will also have to add 8th Brother, which has IG 2000, that ship on there. We've started farming that early on, but we never quite completed it, so it's a little bit further along than Queel's, or the Bomber is, and Bomber needs to be 7 stars to unlock Executor, so that's really what we're working on right now. And then you can see Grief Cargo, we were doing that in Fleece just for the Y-Wing anyways, but then IG 11 is on his shard as well, so we'll add that in once we get probably the Houndstooth unlocked, which is why we're still farming Django. We need 25 more shards and that'll be done. Zalbar Mission are on the same node, Jolie Bindo, and then T3 is done now, so we'll move that off and move our Cantina. Right now I'm going to farm up for a little bit some of our relic materials in there, try to get up some of those built up quite a bit, and then we'll move on to Chief Chirpa probably, or whatever else we need at that point, and just make sure we keep our relic materials going. I'm switching over to that and not going to farm a character for just a little bit so we can have that up. So there's our JKR. We've been working quite a bit on this Padme team, and that was what C-3PO is going to be for, but I realize we're quite a ways from that and we're not going to be able to get it relicked. So what I'm doing right now is finishing this Padme team, and I want to get them to Relic 5. And basically, this will be for C-Pit, is what we're going to use it for, but then also it will break up. This team will break up quite a bit. So JKA, Anakin, will go under Qui-Gon for GAC, and then Grandmaster Yoda will go under Jedi Knight Revan when we get that unlocked to be that other team with Hermit Yoda, Jolie Bindo, Basilichon, and JKR. So that is our plan there. That's why I'm not too worried about getting these teamed relicked. I think it's going to be pretty good, and it will give us something for C-Pit as well once we get them all to 5. I've just been setting them at 3 to start with at least. And then you can see our CLS team is pretty much where it's been at for a little while. We haven't worked on that. We haven't worked on our Empire team either. We did put some abilities on Grand Moff Tarkin because I realized I didn't have hardly any abilities on. They were all at level 3. So we spent a little bit of time the other day doing that. He does actually have an upgrade to 10, but we're going to leave it for right now. And then Geos, we didn't mess with those. Last week was light side or dark side Geos, so we were able to get Watt, and our guild got 32 shards this time, so that's really good. Not quite a record, but definitely on the average of what we're doing there. And then our weird Jedi team, that's not the team I've actually been using anywhere, it's just there. Our Phoenix Squadron just kind of has been just sitting there. I'm waiting on them to build up a little bit more. trying to get some other stuff built right now, and so we haven't had time to really get Hera. Hera's going to be the one holding us back on that team. Everybody else is in other shipments, so it should be pretty easy to get, but Hera, being a Cantina node, we'll focus on her at some point. The M Troopers, I realized Admiral Piet was only level or gear 8, so we did put him to 9, had to work a little bit on that, and we've still got a ways to go. I would like to get him to 12 fairly quickly, and I think that'll be our next gear 12 target. Since we've got a few relic targets right now, I'm going to work on Piet as our getting him to gear 12. And then Iden team, I'd like to bring that on so I have something else for defense. Our bounty hunters, you can see Boba Fett has been where he is, and then we need to work on Dingar there. We got him, actually, he was at only 10, and then this week I saw he had the gear for 11. I was like, well, he's got to go to Relic anyways, and I put that gear on and realized he had enough for 12, so we were able to knock that one out really fast. So Boba Fett and Dingar there are both where I'm going to leave them for now until I get a little farther in the journey of Executor. And then we've got Cat Bane, not required for Executor, the actual farming for it, but is going to be really vital to the team once we get it done. And he needs to go Relic 5 anyways for JMK, so that's going to be, we'll work on him kind of passively and work on his ship. It's definitely will be in the rotation with Droideka. That's why we've got it in the More Farms area. IG-88 will also be one we need to take to Relics and get his ship fully unlocked to 7 stars. And you see Grievous, we've slowly worked on him a little bit, but not done a whole lot with the rest of the team there. And then the clones are just kind of where they're at for right now. I do want to get 5s up. 5s, Rex, and Echo I'm going to focus on. The other 2 are just in the team for now, so I can throw them on defense. And then Ewoks, we have those 2. They all have mods except for Wicket now, and I've started putting some abilities on some of them, so we're just working on those. And if we switch over here, you can see I've got those 4 TIE Fighter pilots, the other one that I've got to send to Relics, Relic 5, so eventually he'll go, just be there to Relic 5. Not super valuable there. We do have a few like Empire ships from this journey, the TIE Advance, TIE Bomber, and the TIE Fighter. So we'll have a little bit of like a cleanup Empire fleet when we're done with Executor. They won't go with Executor. So that does give us, basically at that point, we'll have Galactic Republic fleet, Galactic Republic. We'll have our Geos under the Malevolence that we're working on right now. We'll have a cleanup like Empire fleet under Tarkin. And then Home 1, I've kind of just passively been working on a Rebel fleet. And then we'll have Executor with the Bounty Hunter. So that gives us 5 fleets. So I feel like we're, moving that direction and getting Executor quickly is going to help us, I feel like, in our fleet shard. Because right now I already feel like we're getting top 20 most of the time and top 10 a lot, but it is just very difficult. In the Home 1, not a great defensive ship, so we are definitely struggling a little bit on defense, getting holds stuff, so definitely going to be something we have to work on. And we can look at our ships real fast. Hyena Bomber is still one we're farming. That is a hard farm there, and so we are working on that one. 24 more shards, and we can drop that and add, IG or something like that onto our IG 2000 onto our farms. So, and then TIE Advance, actually just got Empire's Demise, so we were able to defeat that today, and so we got 25 more shards of TIE Advance, so that was really helpful in that. We're trying to get it out of Fleet Store for the most part, and if we get kind of down to the nitty gritty of that, we will farm that if we need to. But for right now, I'm trying to get it out of Fleet Store. We've got a while till we get to Executor and need it all the way leveled up. But if we need that sooner, we can definitely work on that. Ahsoka and Anakin are there, and then we've got our Geos and 6-star or 7-star Vulture Droid. And then you can see kind of where we're at. Slave 1 is six away from being 7 stars. So, and we've just been getting that out of Fleet Store now as well. We did farm it for a little bit. IG 2000 we need to work on. And then Imperial TIE Fighter, we're working on that one as well. We've got a ways to go on that one. But we are actively farming out of Fleet Store, and then the other store that it shows up in. Whatever other store, I can't remember now. So yeah, and Malevolence, thanks to the dark side GOs, that at this time we were able to get 15 more shards, and I think I get another 5. So we'll be out up to 100 that. So I'm guessing it's going to be another month, maybe a month and a half or so before we can unlock it. Depending on if we do light side GOs or if we go back to Hoth in the guild, and how many shards we really get from it. And then Rex we've been getting out of the fleet, just kind of slowly, passively farming that. And same with Razor Crest. That event really helped us, and that's what kind of propelled me, because I thought, man, I'm just way off on this Razor Crest. But we were able to get a ton of shards during that. So you can see we need about 80 more or so to get the 7 stars. So it just needs to show up, it still needs to show up quite a few times in Fleet Store, but over the next few months, hopefully we can get it there. So that is, we can check and see where we're at. I've pushed today to get into the top 200 of squad. So that was really important, I felt like, with this Padme team, in order to do that. And we can kind of see what I've been using. So the Padme team, just standard. So we basically have Jedi Knight Anakin and Yoda as our damage dealers. And then Ahsoka's there to just hit people and then heal a little bit. And then JKA, or General Kenobi, is tank to take the hits, and Padme's there to keep everybody alive, heal everybody up, and call a mass assist. So we've been able to do quite well with that team and push up into the top 200. So really happy with that team so far. And then our fleet rank just went down to 19 now, so we'll have to battle again. We got an hour and a half, so we'll probably do our full battles on that, trying to keep in the top. I'd like to get top 10, and then we did lose a round in GAC last time. You guys can see that video whenever we publish it. But yeah, that's basically the update. So you can see I'm going to go Executor next, so that means I do need to get Beskar Armor Mando. So that will be kind of the next thing. And then C-3PO will be kind of farmed alongside of that as we're working on some of those requirements. I think C-3PO, I'm just really... I don't like building the Ewoks just because of the gear they require and that they're not super useful in a lot of other things. So that's why, but I know I need to do it to add to that Padme team for C-Pit, and then also for, so we can use it in GAC if we want to use it with CLS or something like that. So definitely where our account is today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like, leave a comment. Let me know where you guys are. I think I might start looking at some rosters. If you guys would be interested in that, let me know in the comments down below. If you watched all the way to this point, I definitely may start doing that, as I feel like I've gotten quite a bit of experience, and just looking at other people's rosters would help me get even more. So I do appreciate y'all, and thanks for watching.